Hi, my name is Paul Rucker. I am a visionary artist. I paint mythopoeic and visionary subjects, gods, goddesses, spirits, altered states of consciousness. And today I'm here to talk about this painting, the Androgyne, which was completed in 1995. This fountaining of liquid energies, which does in fact reference a self-contained cosmic meditative orgasm, the fountain of life, which begins at the base. It contains this symbol, an ankh, which symbolizes many things, but most importantly and most basically, life itself. It's here because I wanted a meaningful symbol that referenced unity and wholeness, which was also perfectly symmetrical. My other choices were the mystic flower, which is already incorporated above in this composition, and the circle, which is almost too simple for this purpose. You can see there's symbolism that goes all the way up and down and off to the side, so it creates geometries. There's patterns within patterns in this particular image. The upper hands reveal eyes, which, as you can see, are the colors of the other side. So you see a kind of a ruby colored eye here and a blue colored eye here, another crossing over. And the central eyes of the figure are amber. So it's a color that balances on both sides, just like the sun or the Sephiroth of Tiferet at the center of the tree of life. The eye in the hand, which in this case I've elaborated to be an actual eye of Horus, which was very much a symbol of mystic protection and power and creation. The eye in the hand is a symbol often found in the Middle East for the divine intelligence in action, the creative power of the divine, of spirit itself, and by extension of the gods themselves. These hands in this figure, the upper hands, are raised in a gesture of hailing and of revealing. And in between them, at the point of the crown chakra above the head, blooms the mystic flower. In the east, it's a lotus. In the west, it's a rose. This particular flower has traits of both. The blooming of a spiritually awakened and developed soul in the crown chakra has traditionally been compared to a mystic flower. The idea is that the kundalini, the energy, the serpent energy of an individual person rises through the different levels of the subtle bodies, which correspond to the colors of the spectrum here, until it comes at the very top of the crown, which fountains and flowers. It adds petals to itself. The greater the spiritual awareness of a person expands, the more beautiful, the more defined, the more articulated, and the more petals are in this holy flower. From this flower there flow endless cords of vibrant green leaves, which denote another aspect of generativity and of the life force. In this particular work, there's a message for everybody, I think, about the beauty, the splendor, and the strengths of all genders, considered as a manifestation of divinity in human form. For initiates, by which I mean those who are doing work in consciousness and inner development on the subtle levels, the picture is also a complex of signs concerning the many kinds of balance and integration that are involved in the growth of oneself as a spiritual entity. And I have to admit, I don't always know what a thing is about when I make it. So there's things that occur to me years later. In fact, just recently I realized there's a pattern here of a double diamond interlocked, which in itself references the sky yantra of the Hindu symbol systems. Those are called yantras. The upward pointing triangle and the downward pointing triangle represent masculine and feminine, and when they interpenetrate, they create a mandala or a design that's called the sky yantra. And in addition to being a symbol of wholeness, unity, and generativity, it's also a symbol of infinity, which is probably why it's called the sky yantra. So I see that here too. And I also see, in a more distant way, an architecture that resembles the Sephiroth of the Tree of Life, especially significant because the heart of the figure is right about where the heart of the tree, which is the sphere of the sun, Tiferet, would be.